So, to land in quicksand. Have you seen movies where people get stuck in quicksand? So what happens if you're stuck in quicksand is that you actually start sinking. And probably what you would do if you get stuck in quicksand and start sinking is that you want to get out of there. I want to get out of there, I want to get out of there. So maybe you lift one of your leg, and then all the weight will come to the other leg and you will start sinking more quickly. Or maybe you start to jump, that will make you sink more quickly. So the more you struggle, the faster you will sink. Does anyone know what the best way out of quicksand is? Swim, yeah.
Lean back.
Lean back, yeah. So it's very counterintuitive because you want to get rid of this. Your mind's saying, go, 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 go. But the best way to survive is to actually just fall flat back and create full contact with this messy surface. Because if you do, you sort of hopefully can swim and get out of it. So it would look like something like this. So that's instruction how to get off quicksand if you ever fall into it. So and this is just a metaphor because like I want you to be your own researchers the coming 2 weeks. So probably there will turn up difficult emotions, difficult thoughts. And when they do, sometimes go into the avoidance. I don't want this, and just try to find a way to distract yourself or just get away from it in different ways. And sometimes I want you to try the quicksand move to do exactly the opposite and just sort of, yeah, bring it, give it to me, and just get full contact with this really nasty thought or unacceptable emotion or whatever it is, and just full contact and experience it and try to, look into it and get to know it. So, but switch between those. So sometimes full acceptance, the quicksand move, yes, give it to me, and sometimes, no, I don't want this, and try to avoid it. And just play with this the coming 2 weeks. Might be a little bit difficult to remember because you can't plan it in advance. Suddenly you will get boss will tell you something and then the point where you should try to play with it, like, full contact, or no, I don't want this. And we're going to follow up. I'm going to follow up in the next time. And another way is, have you seen Chinese finger traps? I don't have them with me right now, but it's basically a thing that looks like this. And if you put your fingers into them and you try to pull them out, you will get stuck. And the harder you pull, the harder they're going to cling to your fingers. So here it's the same. Like the not intuitive way to get rid of them is to actually give in, like to push your fingers inwards, because then they will release and you can pick them up. So usually I have finger cuffs for you to play with, but I forgot to bring them. They're still in Sweden. But there is some nice YouTube clips that you can use as well if you want to look. I know there is one of Jason Luoma showing this. But acceptance is like sometimes a difficult thing. And why is it so hard to accept? And I would say that sometimes acceptance can be difficult because, like, if we have a problem in the outer world, the strategy to what is the problem, identify it, get rid of it, it's so effective. So we try to use that on the inside world as well, all the time, because it's so effective in the outer world. And sometimes it's difficult with acceptance because trying to control or get rid of things sometimes works in the short run. So it works part of the time, sometimes short term. And sometimes also we think about that the way to be well is the absence of pain, like a medical model. The medical model, a very tragic misunderstanding within psychology. What do I mean by that? Here we have, like, what do you call it, billboards, like for newspapers. This is one that I've seen probably 4 times just the very last year. Swedish doctors, cure your worry and anxiety. New method this summer. It's a new medication. And I see a couple of problems with this approach. Basically, one is that you're sort of making worry and anxiety into something that needs to be treated or cured. I would say that this is something that is quite natural, but it's sort of feeding into the model we have, thinking that we should get rid of worry and anxiety, or if we have worry and anxiety, there is something wrong with this. And I'm not sure if this translates, but sometimes I think of it like this, that we have sort of made a mistake in our thinking, because like the body, if you look at ourselves biologically, is that we have homeostasis, I think it's called, like when everything is like in equilibrium, like perfect balance. The body is 37.5 degrees. I'm not sure what is it in Fahrenheit? 90 degrees? 98.6 degrees. So we have the body 98.6 degrees and everything is fine, and suddenly we get a virus or something like that and we get fever and the body is out of balance, and then we go to the doctor and we get medicine or it heals itself and we're back into 98.6 degrees and everything is fine. And it's like we're thinking that that is how psychology should work as well. Everything is fine and we're doing fine, and then suddenly there comes a depression, boof. And we need to cure the depression, and when the depression is done, everything will be fine again. Or that we're working in life and suddenly I get a lot of anxiety and I should get rid of the anxiety and everything should be fine again. But I would say, I'm not sure about your lives, but my life looks a little bit like this. That my life hurts sometimes. So we have this scale where things are wonderful or where it hurts a lot. So I'm walking there like it's going okay, and suddenly I have some things going really bad at work in combination with a lot of fights with my partner, and my mother gets an Alzheimer's diagnosis, and life is really, really hurtful. And I'm down there like really hurtful, and then there's like it's going okay, and then there I have periods when, wow, this is really nice, and periods with woo, super nice, ding, super nice, or ding, super nice, and then it's okay, and then something happens and it's really painful. And I would say that what if this is life? That this is the natural state of life, that it fluctuates between really beautiful, nice, to okay, to really, really hurtful. So if that is so, I would say that sometimes we create extra pain for ourselves when we think that in any given moment we should be in a momentarily nice, because then we will start to get stressed that I'm not feeling as nice as I should be feeling in this moment, and so on. Are you sort of following what I'm thinking? And also, I would say that another problem is that we compare our own inside with other people's outsides. And what do I mean with that? I mean that what I can get in contact with, I can get in contact with all the suffering that is going on within me. And I compare this to what I see, but everybody else looks so happy. So maybe I've gone from work a day and I just feel life is hopeless and miserable, and everybody else seems to be so happy, and I look at Facebook, I'm not doing fine, but look at that person, he's just bought a new car, and that one has an amazing holiday, and they seem to have such a sweet relationship. But what I only see is the other people's polished outsides. And I think this becomes especially clear with social media like Facebook and stuff like that. People show their polished outsides. But I would say there is a saying that goes something like, every person has their own hell. Like every person is suffering. But we don't normally see it. And people normally don't always let us see it. But even the mega super famous sport stars or supermodels, they are suffering. And I thought I just would like to show you a little a little funny clip on that note. It's from I'm going to show you a couple of film clips. So this is from a film called It's Kind of a Funny Story. It's a guy, he's 70-year-old, and he's so stressed, and he's stressed for many reasons. He's living in New York, but his father wants him to go to this really prestigious school, and he just sort of feels so much pressure, so he decides he wants to jump from the Brooklyn Bridge. But before he does that, he decides that he will go to the emergency psychiatric ward, and there he gets sort of admitted. And this is just like a clip from that I think is sort of interesting how you compare your inside to other people's outside.
Okay, I've been putting this off, but I guess you should know more about my best friend Eric. He's the kind of guy that life just comes easy to. He's got a 4.6 GPA. I don't even see how that's possible. And he'll probably get into the gig summer program and claim something like,
I didn't even apply to that thing. They totally recruited me. Whatever, we'll look on my college apps.
not that he'd need it. His extracurriculars are out of control. I mean, Aaron does everything.
He plays sports. He started a filming society.
Vinyl albums into MP3s.
I just couldn't compete. How'd you get this number?
My girl gave it to me. How'd you end up in adult psych? Is there beer in there?
Dude, can you give me any Vicodin?
Come on, guys. It's seriously great. What happened?
I don't know, I had a bad night.
What do you mean a bad night?
I'm just, feeling...
Dude, you just need to chill more, okay? Your problem is you never chill. I mean, where are you gonna be?
Here. I'm gonna be here.
Oh my god, Greg, there is so nothing wrong with you.
Yes, there is. I'm depressed. I take pills for it. Ask Nia.
Ask me what?
Forget it. Maybe if you weren't such a dick, people would talk to you more and you'd know this kind of stuff.
Dude, is this some kind of pity play for my girlfriend?
Aaron?
What?
Fuck you. I know. Keep it down.